Good morning, everyone. I slept very well last night. It's the first time sleeping in my bed here in almost 200 days. Oh, what a day. So we have a lot to do today. We have to unpack. Let's go ahead and pack everything up in here. We have a good bit on us, so it's going to take a minute to pack this up, but let's go ahead and pack all this up. That'll give us enough room. And I seem to have misplaced my Silk Touch pick. I'm not sure what happened to my Silk Touch pick. Is it in the ender chest? Maybe it got put in one of those. Maybe you got put in one of those boxes. One of those shulker boxes. I don't know. Let's go down and... Before we do a tour, I guess we'll go down into the workshop and we'll set these boxes down really quick. And then we'll do a tour. So this is the entrance to the workshop. This is kind of a multi-purpose planning kind of room right now. So let's just go ahead and drop these shulkers here for the moment. I hope I didn't lose my pick. But I have a feeling I did. Well, that's a bit unfair. That's okay. Okay, well, let's do a tour. I guess since we're in the workshop, we'll start in the workshop. Like I said, this is a multi-purpose room. This is the first room I built. This used to have more storage and stuff in it, but I've moved that out. So these are just kind of like, this is kind of like a tool or weapon box. This is just some miscellaneous storage. This is railway storage. I've been planning for the Grand Railway for a while now. More just drop storage. These are just, I haven't organized yet. I have a planning wall, and then in these chests here, I set up the materials for the things I want to build. Okay, over here on this side we have a lava generator. Since I'm in a warm biome, I can use a dripstone dripping into a cauldron with a water chute. Turn it on, it will pulse water over the cauldron into the sponge, drying out, and when the sponge dries out, it causes the cauldron to fill instantly with lava. A simple cobblestone generator. This was my original furnace bank. Used to be actually 5 wide instead of 4, but I shortened it to 4. An automatic water source using a waterlogged staircase, or a waterlogged stair with a cauldron. So I fill bottles and buckets here. I have auto crafters for bottles and buckets. There we go. They gave me a bucket then. I'm just going to put this up. I don't want the bottles. I'll show you how the bucket, how it works when you fill a bucket. If you fill a bottle, you can fill 3 bottles from one cauldron, but a bucket you can just fill 1. So when you fill it up, it retracts, the water falls into the cauldron from the waterlogged stair, and then the observer causes the piston to push the cauldron back out. Like I said, this was the first room. I have a nether portal. On the other side of my nether portal is nether item storage. A waystone. And then this was the second room I built. I wanted to build out a general crafting room where I built redstone, where I use it to craft redstone things, store a bunch of materials for general crafting, things like that. So you'll see here I have a wall of storage, and this is kind of the first wall I built so I could start building redstone things and have fun with things like that. And then I have wood storage with my various planks and wood items, fencing, trapdoors. I have the kind of the same setup for stone and mineable materials. So we only had a stack of ice. That's kind of what I thought. Gold, copper, iron, honey stuff, rails, all this. A very reliable 2-item recipe crafting stations. This might be a 3-item. And then single item crafting stations. An uncrafting table. Mat wall. The Savanna Villa is right there. Villager trader is here, and we came in from this direction back here. So the logging camp's actually on a diagonal from here up that direction, kind of northwest, and the Scallop Gulch mine is diagonal in the same direction from the logging camp. I have kind of like, I like to write journals, and I have books here with plans for future stuff in them. This is the next room I built. This is my die crafting and dyeable blocks room. That's what I call this. So I have a flower farm up top on the surface that feeds items down here into this crafter, and it crafts dye. I have a dedicated sea pickle smelting line that comes from a sea pickle farm on the surface. I have a dedicated cactus smelting line that comes from an underground cactus farm that's through the wall there. All these are fed on water transport systems. You can see I have all the dyes. I have all the different flowers and things needed to make all the dyes. I have a coffee bean farm. I have to rebuild these auto crafters here because they broke after I switched from a server to just running this Forever World on my PC. The way I was timing the pulses to trigger the crafter didn't work anymore, so at least it doesn't work once I log out and log back in. So I have a better system like the ones I used in the front room up there. I'm just going to rebuild those here one day. Next time I need concrete, I'm going to rebuild those. I have a concrete curing station, another lava generation station, These are some single item auto crafters that are in the floor, built around this kind of makeshift workbench that I built. I like building these little barrel and spruce trapdoor based workbenches. I think they're pretty cool. I have some more storage down here. This is a giant smelting bank for terracotta blocks, and then red bricks for this line, and then these four are dedicated to glazing terracotta. These are fed from a clay farm upstairs. I have more bulk excess clay there, as well as a honeycomb line here. That's for candle making. If we come back in here, we'll come to our ore and stone smelting room. This is also our ore and mineable materials bulk storage room. So we have 5, or at least we have 3 blast furnaces and 2 regular furnaces here. Blast furnaces for smelting metal ores, and regular furnaces smelt down the cobbled ores. And these come up, these are fed from bubble elevators that feed from the mine shaft below. Over here is just another smelting and furnace bank. This is for you to drop things from your inventory into. More storage here in the middle with some shelves from the more furniture mod. Link in the description. This is a complete, I forgot how many, I think it's 24. Maybe it's a little less, maybe it's more, I don't remember. And I'm not going to count it right now, but auto sorted bulk storage bank. I just need to put here, oh, gotta come down the ladder. I just need to put the filters in these hoppers here to lock in the items. I just haven't done that yet. This is also fed from a bubble column that comes from the mine shaft below. Before we go below, we'll go back here and look at this really quick. This is just an empty room. I haven't built anything here yet. This comes down from the bee farm above that you'll see in a little bit. The 6 boxes on this side are just a mix of the items that come in from the bee farm. I craft those, I sort those, hand sort those into these boxes, then craft honeycomb blocks and honey blocks. And then this is mostly most of all of the honeycomb production goes into these 6 boxes, but it's split off. I have a little line up here, if you see this blue ice block. It runs all the way down behind this line of signs or frames, runs down through here and runs here and comes over into this line of honeycomb, and that's how these boxes are fed. That water transport line on ice. So that kind of shows off this part of the shop. You see I've kind of themed it out a little bit. I built like a little workbench over here for honey stuff. It's just all aesthetic. It's from the more furnitures or whatever mod that is. If we come over here, we have a bubble elevator that will take us up to the next level. In this level, we're going to start at the beginning up here. If we come up to the front room, and you can find this, you can reach this room from the outside as well. This is how we went into the workshop. The bedroom is up there. We can come in here, and this is my enchanting room, a max level enchanting station, lots of book storage, book crafting, all kinds of everything you kind of need for enchanting is in here. This is the potion room. So we have a fairly large potion crafting setup with pretty much everything you need to craft potions. A lot of these boxes are empty or have 2 or 3 items. I've worked really hard to fill this up, but I mean, some things are really hard to get. This is just a potion auto crafter, so you put your nether wart there, you put your modifier there, and you put your ingredient there. And you can also put fermented spider eggs there with water bottles there. When you push the button, it will auto craft whatever potion recipe you have set up via this chest system. A little nether wart farm, push a button, drops the nether wart down with water, or you can use a efficiency or an efficiency axe and you'll get more nether wart. This is my simple XP farm. It's based on armadillos that are tickled by a cactus that sits on that sand. Then you splash the armadillos with a potion of infestation, flip the lever, and when the armadillos take damage from the cactus, they will spawn a silverfish. The silverfish will be pushed down this little water chute by this water and will get stuck on this fence post where this trident killer will kill the silverfish. And you get about 35 to 40 levels per splash. From a 0 level basis, you get about 35 or 40 levels per splash. It works out fairly well. It's all I need for a solo game. And we come back into this room. This was the next farm I built, and this was a slime farm because I needed slime balls for the potion room. So it's basically the same thing as the Armadillo XP farm. There is an armadillo. If we come back here, there's cactuses in these boxes. If you drop a cactus on the sand, it will tickle armadillos that are in this composter here. Once they're tickled, you can click the button 1 and it will splash them with potion of oozing. And then if you press, no, it will splash potion of infestation, causing the silverfish to spawn on or flow down onto the fence rail and get stuck. And then you wait about 45 seconds to a minute, press button 2, that will splash a potion of oozing onto all of those silverfish, which as the silverfish are killed, when you flip the lever for the trident killer, it causes each one that dies spawns 2 giant slimes. The slimes fall into the chamber, they get killed by the magma cubes, flow down, and you get a box of slime balls. Next thing I built was the little frog breeding room here. It's nothing special, it's just got 2 frogs in it. And then I built the clay farm here. Clay farm is quite simple. It is just dripstones that are attached under a solid block, and then you put mud on top of those blocks. The dripstones pull the water from the mud through the solid block and turn the mud into clay. An auto crafter to craft clay blocks from the clay balls you get from harvesting. And this is the main feed for the smelters down below in the dyeable blocks room. This is where you drop the clay blocks for terracotta furnaces 1 and 2, then 3 and 4, and this is for the long brick smelter down there. These chests here on this little workbench fill in those bulk storage boxes you saw in the dyeable blocks room. I like using the pale moss carpet in the clay room and around clay sources because it looks like kind of like clay's falling on the floor and you've walked on it. So it works well. The clay farm has an auto mud making station attached to it. So basically let's grab a little bit of dirt and let's get a line of clay here out of the way. So basically you come over here and you flip this lever. That starts a dropper that is dispensing empty water bottles into this bubble column, and they feed into the empty water bottle chest. That chest then feeds a water bottle into this little chamber here that is full of water. That once it feeds that bottle into that chamber full of water. The bottle is full. It gets sucked down into a hopper and then dropped into the full water bottle chest. When you place a piece of sand right there, the piston pushes the sand in front of the dispenser there, which is full of water bottles, causing the sand to turn to mud. And you just keep doing that until the farm is finished. Like that. All this mud will, in the course of 20 minutes or so, sometimes it's faster, will turn into clay. And all the empty bottles that you just made were dumped into this chest, fed over to the bubble column, and back into the empty bottle, making a complete recycled bottle loop. You never have to fill it up with bottles or water again. The next room I built was just this little wood storage room. I have a simple single tree farm above here that feeds into this chest. It feeds raw tree adjacent items, sticks, logs, and saplings, leaves, that kind of stuff into that chest. And then I can manually sort it. I have extra storage. I haven't finished this room yet. Over here in the back corner is a vine room. This was just a quick little thing so I could get some vines to make mossy cobblestone early on, and I never removed the room once I got my hands on green moss. This bamboo farm was also just a way for me to stockpile some bamboo to make some wood for chest and plank crafting, stick crafting, stuff like that. This will all eventually be turned into a moss and lush cave style storage room similar to the wood room over there. I'll have a moss generator either built in this room or above on the surface, and it'll feed down into this room, giving us all the moss and stuff we need to generate the mossy cobblestone we're going to need for a lot of our railway project coming up. So that'll be one of our big farm builds coming up quite quickly here. Okay, that does it for the inside of the workshop. That's kind of the workshop. I still have a lot to build out. I have a lot of plans for all of this. We can go up to the surface now, and instead of going all the way back through the way we came in, we'll just take this bubble column here. It'll take us to the surface. Now we're on the surface. This is the area I had marked out for the above, like for the surface moss farm, but I might just build it down below. This wheat field is built just for the sole purpose of breeding the cows in this cow breeder right there. That will get me 5 to 6 stacks of leather from that field. Before we go look at any of the stuff over there or our villager trading hall, this is the little tree farming area. I have a sea pickle farm right here. This is the flower farm. I have a 2-high flower farm right here. If we come down into this chamber here, you can see the underground cactus farm. This cactus farm exists just for the dye, the green dye for the dye room. It goes down, feeds back through here. If you hear drowns, I have some trapped drowns. I trap drowns because they're quieter than regular zombies. At least I think they are. And I trap those for the armadillo. For the armadillo XP and slime farms, you need a trap zombie to make the armadillos stay balled up. That way they don't really take damage enough from the cactus to hurt them. As long as they're balled up, they won't get hurt. Let's hop down here. Okay. So coming down here, we have our simple automated bee farm. This thing is a monster. You really only need 3 or 4. You don't really need this many. I have more honey and honeycomb than I could ever use. You can come in back here like that. And you see I'm already stacking more honeycomb than I can use. Those 5 shear off honeycomb, and these 3 make honey bottles. A simple kelp-based bone meal farm. This thing is a beast as well. My cow farm's kind of unique. Not unique, but at least it's different than the ones I've built before, where when you breed the cows, the babies come down in this little chamber here. They're pushed by water and fall into here. When they grow up, you can either choose to turn on the lava to kill the grown adult cows, or you can kill them with the looting sword and get way more resources. For the animals that I've used in my builds, I keep a few on hand in pens in case I need them for other things. I have a simple egg farm. And then over here I have a AFK chicken farm like we had at the mine. Down here was my first bee farm when I just needed a little bit of honeycomb, and that was it. I went and got my original bees, bred them up, built these beehives. And I think they're pretty unique in the way they work. I haven't seen anyone else do this shit in the videos I've watched, but if I want to harvest the honeycomb, I have droppers or dispensers that will dispense water and shears. So if I push this button, there is flint and steel in one of those dispensers that ignites campfires under each of the honeycombs. Then I can take my shears, I have shears in this chest, shear everything out, and when I'm done, I push this button, it dispenses water into the campfires, puts out the campfires. Then I push the button again to pull the water back into the dispenser, and we can go on about our day. Here's the house. I haven't really filled out the house yet. I haven't focused on the house much at all. My original starter cactus farm, bamboo farm, and sugarcane farm. Then I built me a little boathouse because I travel a lot in boats. At least in early game I did. I built a little fishing pier to go along with it. I showed you the boathouse in the last video. We will go upstairs really quick. It's nothing special. I have some storage up here. I have a little fireplace area over here. I need to put some chairs. It's just a little place to come and chill. Maybe if you want to go fish on the pier, fish on the pier. This is my little animal corral area when I have to bring in animals by boat. Now let's go check out the villager trading hall. I'm really proud of this. I did build this based on a tutorial. I'll leave a link to that tutorial in this video's description, and give that creator a like and a subscribe. And let them know you saw their trading hall on my video. Leave a comment telling them that, please. So I worked really hard building this. I farmed resources for days on end. But we have 24 villagers. Maybe. I think we have 24. I don't think I ever actually counted. I just trusted the video. I still need to zombify each one and convert them back. What are you standing on? And then convert them back for better trades. But as there's more than 20, they are spawning golems, which keep them protected. I kind of like that. I have a couple bells. I built a nice little well in the middle. This was like the first really aesthetic build I ever tried to make, and even though it was through a tutorial, I really like it. It seems to work for the aesthetic here in the Savanna Villa. And you've already saw my villager breeder. I guess we'll go to bed really quick, and then in the morning we'll go visit all of the other farms. Also, I meant to say that the honey farm actually is collected by a hopper rail cart. It's really loud, and I have it turned off while I'm filming. Normally it would just be running, but everything's kind of full, so it doesn't matter that much. I need to build better entrances into the house. Let's go to sleep. Okay, let's go use the waystone and visit some of our other farms. We'll just go use this waystone over here. Let's check out the witch farm first. So here at the witch farm, it's obviously in a swamp biome. And you see I love bubble elevators. Anyway, this was a witch hut. It no longer looks like a witch hut, but it's actually very powerful. You can come over here and turn on the Trident killer. And AFK right here. I like when I AFK, I like to just lay down like that. And every time you see the Trident down there near the cursor, every time it moves in a different direction, it's killing a witch. So it's quite efficient. If you AFK here overnight, you will fill up all 4 boxes, or at least 4 of the 6 boxes down there. When I mean overnight in real life. So like 8 hours of AFKing, we'll get 4 boxes, 4 double chests of redstone, the potions you get from the witch farm, sticks, things like that, glow powder, gunpowder. It's quite efficient. I'll eventually make a video link or something linking to all of the farms I built. There's tutorials on most of them that other people have made. If we go back, we can go check out the squid farm. You see here, it's going to cost us 3 XP to go to the squid farm. That's another reason we didn't really use the waystones coming back. They're kind of expensive. This is just a simple sky farm, 130-ish blocks in the sky. At least the farm is. We're 30 blocks above that or so. 24, I think. But it's just a simple squid farm. Go down here. And we have a cloud moving through, but you have to turn on a minecart collection system. And then I have a loot room down here where we can check out. I've kind of collected all the ink, but it's efficient. You get about that chest AFKing overnight of black ink. About, I would say, 4 double chests or so of black ink. AFKing overnight, it's pretty efficient. We can go to the mob farm, which the squid farm was right there. That's where we just were. And this is just a simple mob farm built with It's built with water and a lot of scaffolding blocks. And it uses a Trident killer. It's kind of similar that it has a rudimentary loot room down here. And this thing will fill up all of these chests in about 3 hours of AFKing in real life. Now if we go to the drown farm, it is on the other side. That is the mob farm there, the squid farm there. This is the drown farm. And unlike the other two, it doesn't have a Trident killer. I just turn on an auto clicker. It clicks like that. And for whatever reason, this farm is less efficient than the other farms. I'm not sure why. I built this one first. It was out here all by itself. It's quite large, but it's just not as efficient. We have a cave spider farm. This is a spawner based cave spider. Yeah, so there's a spawner there that I found in this mine shaft. So the spiders spawn. They're pulled down into a magma or whatever that cube's called, like the water column that goes down, and then they die. Let's go back to, oh, I guess I can show you the shulker farm. It's in the, obviously it's in the end, but it's just a simple shulker farm. AFKing here overnight will land you exactly that many shulker shells. This was a 100% from zero overnight AFK session. So it's quite efficient. It gives me more shulkers than I'll ever use, but once everything is built out to the level I want it to be built out, I'm sure that that will come in very handy. Let's go back to the Savanna workshop because I just realized I forgot to show you the mine. That was all of the major farms. There's still a lot we have to build. So if we come back here, we can go down into the mine shaft here. And this drop chute. And this mine goes all the way to bedrock, and it has several branches out. We'll check those out in another episode. Several long branches out with strip mining, and there is a trial chamber and a couple other things I've found along the way. Like there's one of those branches that goes for, I think this goes to 0-0. But if we come in here, this is kind of a traditional mines, blacksmith, and ore shop where the rays would be, I guess. We have the bubble elevators that go up to the the blast furnaces and the furnaces. I have a chest for you to unload from your inventory, as well as hoppers to drop shulkers on. To be able to retrieve your shulker and not have it go up the bubble column, we have levers. You turn those levers on or off to lock the hoppers. A couple extra furnaces, a smithing setup with a workstation, some storage. This is the bubble column that goes up to the auto sorter. Same setup, inventory, and drop shulkers. Pretty proud of that. I like the way it looks. This just goes up to, I guess, what I would call an admin area, where It's an old mine, part of the mine. This is where I used to mine cobblestone and granite, stuff like that. You can also get into a section to access the redstone torches that are powering the rail collection system for the bee farm. But that's nothing important. Go here and go back up. Now we're back in the base. And that's kind of it. That's kind of the tour of the Savanna Villa. We have an iron farm that we can go to. I forgot to show you the iron farm. The iron farm does not have a waystone. For whatever reason, I never put one there. And I know that there are more than 9 waystones active. The 9 waystone rule is for the series. I just need to go in and deactivate some. Alright, if we just go and swim from here. I should take a boat, but I can swim. It's not going to hurt me to swim. Now you can see the... Oh, we got to go see the gold farm too. You can see the mob farms. That's the mob farm there. Or maybe that's the drowned farm. That's the drowned farm. But the sky farms are over that direction. It's our iron farm. This iron farm is quite efficient. It's got 20 villagers in it. They are all Fletchers. I have 5 tamed cats. And this farm will fill up both of these double chests in an 8-hour overnight AFK session. I have 2 trapped zombies, 1 on each side. I don't know if it helps, but I saw to put those in the video and I did it. Let's go look at the gold farm. I think to go to the gold farm, we're going to go back to the waystone over here. How many levels we burned just from waystone traveling? We were at 90 something, like 94 I think, 91 or 94. If we go here, I find the gold farm. So I remember seeing the gold farm on the way in. I should turn off the Trident killer. I can flip the switch to turn on the portal. And this gold farm is actually quite efficient. Once it gets going, it takes a minute or 2 for it to really get going. Once it gets going, it will fill up 2 double chests of gold nuggets in about 2 hours, and it'll fill up a hopper. If you hold a looting 3 sword, it'll fill up a hopper of gold ingots in about an 8-hour overnight, 8 to 10 hour overnight AFK session. The problem with that is you get too many swords and things like that for that to be practical without just burning the swords. If you craft or smelt the swords into gold, it can't keep up. So the easiest way is to just dump all the gold swords you get into a dropper, and then that dropper into a lava pool to burn the swords. So, there we go. You see, it's just zombie piglin after zombie piglin. Like, it'll do this all day. This is probably the most OP farm I have. And we're gonna go turn off the... Well, let's look. This was completely empty, and that's what it's got since we turned it on. Now, I haven't cleaned out the rotten flesh. And my filter system is broken for some reason, so maybe it could keep up with smelting the swords. I'm not sure. But for now, until I redo that filter system, it's no bueno. Okay, last two. There we go. Alright, let's go back to the villa. Go to the workshop. And now that we got that sorted out, and you guys know what the Savanna Villa looks like, and the farms, and how everything else is set up, let's go ahead and let's start unpacking. We have a lot of stuff to unpack. Let's start with what we have on us. Completely clear our inventory out. I forgot I don't have a phantom membrane storage area in here, so let's just drop the phantom membrane in here for now, along with the rotten flesh, that arrow, the bone, those scoops. That's kind of it. Yep. We have a box of bone meal back here. We use this sometimes for white dye. Really haven't since we got the Lily of the Valley flower. But once we found that, we kind of only used that. Clay, bamboo, iron, gold. Let's put the iron, gold up. Drop the gold in here. Oops. Oh, it worked. Drop the iron in here. That bottle of XP that we got out of that box, we're just going to drop it in here for now. Drop that block right there. We got dirt and clay, mud. Drop the snow right here, the snowball right here. Some cactus. Too much cactus. And we might as well let some flow in there. Oh yeah, we have a lot of lava in there. I don't want it to use up all that lava, because we don't need a lot of green dye right now. We might not ever need a lot of green dye. Our bamboo box is full, so we come down here. I didn't show you this room earlier. This is kind of just what I've been calling deep storage, and it's mostly empty. There's a couple boxes of resources here and there that I have extra that I don't know what to do with, like that. Drop these rails in right there, and we can drop off mud up here. Oh, I must have moved mud over to here because, yeah, because I like to grow trees and stuff, and mangroves and stuff like that on mud, so I moved it there. But I might still do another storage line. Maybe just up here. Maybe we'll just eventually fill all these chests up here with mud. I don't have anywhere for those barrels. I don't have anything for those barrels right now. Dirt. I think all this is still full, but this line's empty and these two boxes are empty, and that's where we're at. I will drop this little bit of clay I have right there. And now, you know what? I remember I have a phantom membrane storage box in the potion room, but we're not going to worry about that right now. It's just one phantom membrane. So let's just get all this unpacking done. What is in our brown box? We have some ice. Oh, we got some like blue ice too. That's really nice. I didn't realize we got some blue ice with that. Where's the shulker of ice though? I look in my ender chest. I have an ender chest in here. Did I forget the shulker of ice? I think I did. Yeah, right there. And then we have deep slate, deep slate, deep slate, deep slate, deep slate, deep slate, deep slate. And polished deep slate. So that's all that remains in there. It's a great band, by the way, all that remains. So with that, let's just put our ice in here. I want to open that shulker, so let's just put the ice that we have. We might pack some of this snow in a shulker. Let's go get a white shulker. Need some white dye. And then I think I have my shulker frames in here. My shulker shells. Yeah. 1, 2. I'm so excited to actually be playing Minecraft instead of just traveling through the... I forgot the chest, didn't I? I'm new to this game, guys. I told you that. I told you that from the beginning. I haven't played this game other than this 2,000, almost 2,000 in-game days. I haven't played Minecraft in 12, 13 years. So that's gonna happen sometimes. There we go. And then now we have a white shulker. Let's put that down right there. Let's take out some of these snow blocks. That's plenty. We'll store those in a shulker in there. take that blue ice and put it with the blue ice there. Put that in this shulker. Fill in that little space. That right there. And then now we have room for a shulker there and a shulker there. Now we have deep slate and these boxes. I'm not sure what to do with those blocks. Shit, how much room do I have in here? This is usually where I keep like my deep slate bricks. That's where we doing deep slate bricks in here at some point, so I just don't know where they're gonna fall in the list of items. Where did you guys just see that guy appear? Did you make it in all the way from the... And why isn't he attacking me? Oh, I have a... Oh, I have copper, not gold. I need to leave that flipped up. Okay, well... It's about to be a bad day for him. Where did he go? Hello? Do I have a ghost piglin in my base? Hello? Oh, there you are. Wow. Okay. Let's grab a deep slate brick out of this box here. I don't want them all, I just want one. And we'll drop one shulker of deep slate bricks and the shulker of polished deep slate in there for now. And I guess we'll do it this way. Box 12 will be cobbled deep slate, so maybe bricks there will work for me for now. Let's just drop all of these in the bottom here. Okay, so our ender chest and the bulk of the resources that we brought back are put up. We're going to put the builder's kit back in our inventory in the shulker chest. We need to put those up. Ooh, lodestones. I forgot about those. Mycelium, cobblestone, dirt, mushrooms. We'll leave this stuff for now. Need to put that up. More of that stuff. Here we go. That. stuff up. I need to put that back in my inventory because I actually have a box for that. Oh wow, we have bad omen. We have a bad omen 3 bottle. That's nice. Okay, I need to build storage for all of that stuff eventually. I'm getting hungry. Let's go back down into the deep storage. Drop off this bamboo. Nope, I put it in the wrong chest, didn't I? Yes, I did. Let's drop off the bamboo. Like that. Really need to build an Enderman farm. That's going to be on the list fairly soon. Oh, let's put up... I don't remember. I have a special place for the armor trims. I guess they're here. Yep. Okay. Gold. Obsidian. And crying obsidian. Oh, you know what? We'll just put this cobblestone over here. No big deal. It can just sit in there for a little bit. No, lodestones. I thought I had a... Oh, I do. Right here. Oh, nice. That means we have extra now. I use lodestones sometimes in my builds. Just as a... kind of a cool way to mark them. White wool. After we get everything stored, we're going to go over to the XP farm and repair our tools and try to do a helmet and legging set. Or not legging, chest, or I think we can repair a chest piece and then we need a new helmet. So we'll make a diamond helmet and try to get some good enchants on that. We'll also go grab the shears from the beehives, from the beehive dispensers, as well as the wool shear dispenser, and repair those at the same time. What else do I have? Dirt, mycelium, that goes upstairs. Was I out of space in here? Oh, okay. Let's put up our lava buckets and water buckets. Let's put extra lava buckets here. Water bucket there. Oh, let's go put this lapis up. I forgot about the lapis. You know, I guess we could... There's plenty next door. Campfire. Barrel. Armadillo scoops. Netherrack. Throw the rotten flesh out. We have so much rotten flesh in our farms. Honestly, as well. I hate doing this, but bye-bye wool. I don't have anywhere for you at the moment. We need to get a second wool storage going. Maybe we'll do that in here since this is a dyeable blocks room. Maybe we will store wool. Maybe we'll use this bench here as the wool bench. That makes sense. We'll start moving all our wool in there at some point in the very near future. Let's go up. What else do I have in here? Nothing. Nothing. Yeah, because that's going to go back in my ender chest. Let's go ahead and do that. We need a new silk touch pick as well. Okay, so with that up, let's put the, I forgot what was in these. A bunch of jungle logs. We're going up there anyway. And then in this box, it's just rotten flesh. Okay, we'll go up to the organics room. And we have some dirt and stuff to drop off in here for the clay farm. And then we have some mycelium to drop off over here, which is a dilemma for me because I have, you know, the fungus dirt blocks there as well as there. I could take mud out. Let's do that since we were talking about doing the mud away from here anyway. But I need it for the mangrove roots. What is acceptable? I guess this box is acceptable. Instead, it was kind of an overflow box for logs. But, oh, no. That's not an overflow box for logs. That is the intake box for logs. So maybe sticks. I could take the stick off here and put the mycelium right there. That'll work. That'll work for me for now. Yeah, that'll work for me now. I guess I could do boxes there, but I couldn't put frames on the boxes at that point. So I guess that'll work. That'll be fine because I usually, when I need sticks, I'll move my sticks from up here downstairs to in the crafting room. I have two different stick boxes down there. One where I make frames and torches, stuff like that. And then on the other side is a stick box that I use for all the other crafting. So, we have some jungle wood. Jungle log, jungle log, jungle log. I don't know what to do with the jungle wood. It was a mistake in the crafting. We'll just put it down here for now. That way it's not wasted. I'll use it in something. Then we have an oak log. And some red mushrooms. A stick. And we'll just drop this mud back up here for now. I'm going to move this mud over here because it's nice to have it's nice to have some extra mud here in case I break something or something like that. I think we have the deep slate ores left, and I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to display or even really store those at the moment, so I feel like we take this box right here. Man, that was like, dang, man, it was over 20 different lush caves and 100 or so days of just caving at the deep slate level to find all that. For now, I am going to place that box right there. And I'm going to grab another yellow shulker box. Was there one in here that I was not using? I really wish Minecraft would let us lock these frames. Maybe there is a way to lock it and I don't know. If I am mistaken and there's a way to lock it and I don't know, please let me know in the comments, because clicking those on accident is so annoying. Okay. Shulker, chest, shulker, die. There we go. Nice yellow shulker. We're gonna set this one. You know what? I was gonna be flagrant and put it on top of that box, but that shulker, but no. Okay, let's grab the ores out of here. Man, those things are so precious. There's our super hoe. I think we might move the super hoe out to the garden at some point. Okay. Let's drop this coal in here. Oh, full of coal. Oh, this is charcoal. My bad. Since this is just charcoal, let's drop this in to these. We'll just drop it on. Oh. Those are completely full of lava. I haven't used those in so long, and I've just been dropping lava buckets in them. What about in here? Yeah, we'll drop the coal in here. Evenly distribute it. We'll put the rest here in the 1, 2, 3, 4 in the 5th box back. That actually might start smelting. It is, but that's okay. Let it smelt some bricks. Won't smelt that many. And we could use a little bit of room upstairs for clay, to be honest. Okay. So, how much room do we have for copper ore in here? 0? And damn near 0. Okay. So, we'll take the gold because we have room for the gold. I don't think there's any other ores in these boxes, or oh, okay. So we'll put the gold in here. I want to take all of this food out of here, because I want to put all the copper in that orange box. Because very soon we're going to be building a dedicated Copper Age room. And that stuff will come in extremely handy. I think we're going to put some of that in our farming box, and we're going to put that in our farming box as well instead of leaving it here. I have 1 or 2 of those here already. I think I have 1. That one's been here from the beginning, so it should go in my ender chest. Where are we going to drop this copper box for now? This is a lot of ores. Maybe we'll just drop the copper box right there for now. That makes sense. I put up my good food in this box. My cooked chicken. Well, I guess it's all cooked chicken. Then here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll do that. And then in here, I thought I had a food chest. Well, can I just rename this without anything special? I did have a food and farming box. It's up in the room. Okay, well, let's rename this orange box into food and gardening. I can't type. Let's drop it down, fill it up. You know what? I think I know what happened. I think I just realized that the pink box, was it named Food and Gardening? I don't remember. Nope, just Shulker. Bulk storage 5 and just the Shulker. Interesting. Oh well, who cares? Oh, maybe it was this box actually. Was Shulker. Oh, okay. I don't know then. I'm completely mystified, but now we have a food and gardening box. We'll drop back in here. I think this was leftovers when I was building one of the mob farms. It's been so long since I was back here. I just don't remember. And yes, I made a lot of crafting materials. I basically filled up all of my storage, crafted up everything, filled all my storage up again, crafted what I could to get me going, because when I get on building, I guess, when I get in the mood to build, that's what I do. I build. I like building for, like I did that trip. I decided I wanted to go on a very long trip, so I went on a 100+ day, nearly 200-day trip away from home. Okay. We will put the apples in there for now. The spider eye. We'll put these boxes back in our e-chest. So we'll have some spare shulkers. I don't have book storage in here, but do I have room in my explorer's kit for anything? I need to get something out of here anyway. I need to get these out. And we'll put a, I don't remember which book in, I think I left it upstairs, so we'll put a book and quill in there. And I want to drop, I don't have room to put that in there. I guess I could take out a, dang, it's really hard. I'll take out a potion of healing and drop these back in. That'll work for now. Oh, no. Explorer's kit, redstone kit, builder's kit, food and gardening, build blocks. Okay. We need to let's uncraft this. That uncrafting mod that's in the Minecraft marketplace is OP. Let's go grab, I put all my food up again. That's hilarious. Let's make a helmet. I really did not want to do that. Oh man, I did not. Oh, that was such a mistake. Oh, that was such a mistake. That's okay. We'll build some gear sets eventually, so they'll be put to use. And I don't have anywhere over here to store extra helmets. Let's go and for now put them in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll go back in here. We have 74 levels. Some lapis. Do we try it? What do I have for books? Oh, we have Unbreaking. I bought all these. I need mending. We'll just try it. Let's put unbreaking on it. Let's put unbreaking on it. Now let's try it. Oh, I forgot I can't do that. I guess it's good we made some extra helmets. I'm such a noob. I guess we could put that in the e-chest. It's gonna take so long. It's daylight though. Let's grab some emeralds. And maybe some rotten flesh to get some more emeralds. Maybe some paper. Let's do that. See what we can get over here. Some paper. 1, 2, 3, 4. And some rotten flesh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. How many emeralds? Oh, we don't have a lot of emeralds. Let's take a stack. I really need to zombify the traders. And then heal them, I guess, but that's for another video. What have you for sale, sir? Let's look at your friends before we do anything. Hello, sir. What have you? I just want to maybe get mending on a level 2. Is it possible? I guess we just need to trade with him and... Oh, hello, sir. Can I trade rotten flesh with you? We will do that all day long. Good trades. Nice doing business with you. What have you, sir? Okay, I need to trade with this guy. Let's just trade some paper with him. Affinity, and of course can't see that. Okay. What about you, sir? What have you? Blast. projectile, smite. I really don't want fire protection books. Or Aqua Affinity or Frostwalker. I could trade what do you want to trade for? Okay, well, I think we really need to sort out the villager situation here. Get their trades cheaper, really lock in for the good books. And then we'll get our helmet back up. We got lucky enchanting helmets last time. Maybe we'll go enchant a few books and see if we can get mending. I'm enchanting a book. I don't think we can, but we'll try. Then we'll heal everything. While we're out here, let's go ahead and grab the Hey, what are you doing back here? What are you doing back here? Oh, these are actually like barely used, so those will be fine for a while. But I think these were halfway broken. And I have mending on all of these. There was a villager at the village up here early on that had mending, and I bought probably 30 mending books, but I kind of went through them all. So let's hit this XP farm. Before we do that, let's burn some of these levels we already have on some books. Maybe we'll get a good book. Maybe not. We will see. Prot 3. Prot 3, sharpness 3. Okay. Just Prot 3. Loyalty, piercing, piercing. Flame, smite, density. This is no fun. Feather falling, good for boots. Prot 4. Wow, that's kind of God boot book almost. Interesting. I like it. I didn't really want that. That was a misclick. Okay. Prot 4. Smite and Pelling. Efficiency 4, we'll take it. Knockback 1, okay. Well, it didn't work out in our favor. That's okay. I'm gonna put that one book in here. Where did it go? Right there. And maybe that one. Maybe that one. Maybe that one. Efficiency 4. Maybe put flame in there for a bow. All the rest can go in here. So at the moment, we have a helmet with fire protection, and let's put unbreaking on it. If I have enough levels. Okay. It's not ideal, but it'll work. Okay. Let's do a little bit of XP farming. Need to grab a cactus. Drop it right there to tickle the armadillos. Leave those open. We can turn on the Trident killer here. Just gonna grab one of these potions of infestation. And toss it down here. And we're gonna let all of our tools heal up. It's over. So we can turn off that, jump down here, and then punch the cactus till it breaks to stop tickling the armadillos. You have to be very careful and not use an axe down here. If you crouch and click any of these with a efficiency 5 axe, or like I have, yeah, it will break this and kick the vein miner will kick in, and all of these tree blocks, all these log blocks will break. So we don't use an axe in that room. The reason I have the wood there is mostly, I guess, for immersion, that the silverfish can infest wood. I know they can infest a lot of blocks, but they specifically cannot infest wood, so it's kind of there as a fell proof and kind of a immersion lore thing that I built the XP farm out of wood so that it can't be infested by the silverfish. we have a few more things. Let's go put up some stuff. And then we will end this episode there. Our episodes won't be in the 2-hour range anymore, most likely, now that we're home. We came out of that ahead. I like that. I have room for dark oak here. That is nice. We're gonna put, let's put our journals, our unwritten journal books in here. I should have put those books over there, but we'll put those books here with the paper for now. You know what? I need to pick me up. Yay. I have so many of those from the witch farm, it doesn't matter if I just waste one like that, really. We need to go put back the sheep shears. Sand, we can drop the sand back here. Drop the bow in the bow box. The bow box is specifically to craft. Oh, it's full. We'll drop it up here in this temporary weapons box. And I still have gunpowder, of course I do. Okay, so before we go drop off the shears, we need to figure out what we're going to do next. This is kind of my idea wall, I guess, or future projects wall. Maybe we'll work on the kitchen and bulk food storage since we have a lot of food. We also can, I guess it's a good time to talk about it since we mentioned before, we got to build the Grand Railway at some point. And I've done some math in ChatGPT, and I need something like 38 shulkers of regular rails, 8 shulkers of, or 2 shulkers, sorry, 2 shulkers of powered rails, 2 shulkers of redstone torches, and I think it was 60 shulkers of cobblestone, and then another, it'd be 120 shulkers for whatever blocks I put beside the cobblestone on the rail path. Obviously that won't be all the way, so it won't really be 120 shulkers. It'll be something like probably another 60, or maybe 100. So I have a lot of gathering still to do for the railway to be complete, but that's going all the way from the Savanna Villa up to the Scout Gulch mine, 30,000 blocks away. And obviously that is a very long trek, especially if we're digging a 3-block wide path and bridges and things like that along the way. It's going to take forever. So I think for the beginning of the Grand Railway, we're going to focus on Savanna Villa to the Spruce logging camp. That's roughly 10,000 blocks, and it's going to cut the resources and materials needed down significantly. So we still have some farming to do. I think there's enough in these boxes to make it most of the way there. But we need to do some experimentation with some bridge designs and stuff like that. So maybe in the next video we will take a look at some bridge designs I have in my test world, and then we can look at some of the pathing options that we have for the railway. I want to put lampposts and things like that along the way, so we can really plan the whole thing out fairly nicely, and it'll look great. I'm probably going to do a little bit of admin work here in the world offline. I've been thinking about starting live streams to live stream when I do stuff like that. Just some basic resource gathering, stuff like that. But I will save all the big things if I do that. I don't think I'm going to do it right now But if I decide to start streaming, then maybe we'll only do like, maybe we'll do a different world for the stream, or if we work on the Forgelands, maybe then it's just admin work. I'm not sure what that'll be yet. We'll figure that out when the time comes. So we have a little bit more time before dark. We actually have a lot of time before dark. So before we go to bed, before we end the episode, let's I don't really need to harvest any of the crops that we have growing right now. Oh, I need to put these back. There we go. He can continue to be sheared. You know what? That's what we can do for a minute. Let's go put the... I need to go break those floating blocks back there. That's getting on my nerves. Let's do a secondary wool box in the dyeable blocks room, or dyeable blocks workshop. We need a frame. We'll take 3 frames with us. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I forgot you can't place frames with carpet on a block. All these, I've already had this. I have really already had this idea. I did not realize that. Ha! So, 2, 3. No. There we go. Okay. Well, I forgot all about that. Interesting. I guess we have a clock here. We can look. Not quite midday yet. We condense this down into 1. I think we can. That goes back in here. And we'll probably trade most of that next time we go to the villager trading hall. We don't have the... I'm actually going to AFK for a little bit. I'm going to AFK some cows after we end the video. So let me turn the collection system back on for the bee farm. And there goes the minecart, and now it's collecting. We'll let that continue to fill up our chest. And we still need to do the kitchen. I thought this might be the kitchen area right here. I have a lot of food already stored in here. A growable box, but more food there. Food there. Eggs there. Mushrooms. Extra potions from the witch farm. Didn't have anywhere to put them. More sticks. Miscellaneous blocks. I haven't really spent a lot of time on the house at all. I think it's time, now that we're doing the series, to start spending some time on the house. Build a better cooking setup in here with some food storage, stuff like that. Maybe redo this so it's not just a giant big storage room. We'll do something with that. With the furniture mod, there's some cool things we can add. As you saw at the cave, or at the mine, there was a table and a chair. Things like that. I could turn this into the bedroom, but I'd rather turn this into like a tool and armor room, or split it up into 2 rooms and do something with that. My nephew might start playing with us at some point, so if he does, then he might get a room up there, but I think he'd probably more prefer to build his own base. Either way, he's welcome. Our little farm here doesn't get used much these days, but it looks nice. I don't have any wheat up here. We could start breeding cows before we go to bed, I guess. Let's go get a stack of wheat. That'll give us a little bit of time before dark. And that'll speed up my process a little bit. Okay. Let's go get some cows bred up. I think I have 16 cows right here. Maybe more than that. Maybe I have 60 cows here. I don't remember. We just bred 20. Or 10, I guess. So maybe there's 2 more. So we're down to 30 wheat, so we just bred 14. No. 24. Stack of wheat. And it's almost dark. And we have a bunch of babies down here. So we're going to let them grow up. And then we'll use our looting 3 sword to take care of them. To dispatch them. I think is the correct way to say it these days. Okay. We're going to write this whilst looking at the sunset. What day is it? Day 1975. I'm just going to start a new... Day 1975. Today was my first full day back at the Savanna Villa, and what a momentous day it was. I gave the viewers a tour of the villa, unpacked the resources I brought back from Expedition 12, and got everything organized for the most part. I ended the day off with breeding the cows with a stack of wheat, and will have a bit of work harvesting steak and leather in the morning. Tomorrow I begin serious planning for the Grand Railway, and maybe even begin testing designs. Until then. And it's bedtime. Thank you guys again for watching. If you like the shorter video than what I've been posting, please let me know in the comments. I'm going to keep doing this for as long as I can. I love it. It's fun. It lets me be a little creative, a little imaginative, and gives me an outlet to just talk. So if you're enjoying what you're seeing, please click the like button and consider subscribing to the channel. I've also started including a Ko-Fi link, or a coffee, however you want to pronounce it, link in the description if you want to donate $1 or $5 or just buy me a coffee to help keep this going. I'm really enjoying what I'm doing. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, I'm Andy the Maker, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Andy the Maker, finally back at home. It's been nearly 200 days since he's felt the villa's warmth. He walks from the boathouse and up to the main house, and behind down to the workshop where the furnace fires reside. Past buzzing bee farms and the great trading hall's wall, he shows off the creations that answers his call. With his tools and his might, building his world from dawn till deep night. With deep set red eyes and a mask on his face, he's forging new worlds at his own steady pace. He climbs to the sky farms where the high crops now grow, to the farm where the piglins cause rivers of gold to flow, an iron fountain so swift its bounties unchained, a double chest, a victory gained. Past flower fields blooming where the clay pits did yield, the smelting room roars where the ore stacks are revealed. Furnaces blaze, stacking chests 10 blocks high, the abundance is grand beneath the clear sky. Oh, Andy the Maker, with his tools and his might, building his world from dawn till deep night. With deep set red eyes and a mask on his face, he's forging new worlds at his own steady pace. This safe life is sweet, this empire serene, but the whispering wildlands call a new scene. The Grand Railway system beckons beyond the plain, the challenge of distance through sun and through rain. 500,000 blocks, a great mountain to face, the rails must be laid from this home ways. Andy the Maker, the new task is set, the world waits for tracks, the journey's not done yet. Home never felt so good. The Forgelands await.